Going on, man? It's the one and only MicAngelo, Big Graves.
It's our boy, Mr. Andy Penn, and we locked in with Superstar Spotlight. Let's get it.
Graves. She keep acting different, on that one line on that time no more. Now you could call because of gravel chops, I'm bringing all the smoke. I see some shit you never seen before, no shit you never.
All right, what's up, you guys, and welcome to another episode of the Superstar Spotlight. We're doing it a little bit different this time, but it's still the same spotlight, still the same energy, and everything like that. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in, and know that this episode is officially sponsored by Guilty Rich. Make sure y'all stop by the Instagram page, guilty.rich, cop y'all some merchandise. And hey, if you're going to be guilty rich.
Yes, sir.
But speaking of the spotlight, we have two new individuals coming into the spotlight today. First, stepping into the spotlight is an artist who is currently making his presence felt across the music scene here in the city of Flint. We've seen him perform at many of the hottest spots in the city, and he's only going to get better and better as he progresses musically. He currently has an EP out right now called Watch Me Grow, Big Grease Volume 1. Just last month, he dropped a video to the song Ride Along, which is on the EP as well. So make sure y'all go on YouTube and check that out as well. So I want to introduce first into the spotlight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for MicAngelo.
What's going on?
What's good, brother? How you feeling?
I'm all Graves, man. I ain't nothing to it.
Good. Good to see you, and welcome to the spotlight.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. And also coming into the spotlight as well, he is the CEO of AM to PM Worldwide. He's not only a designer, but he's also involved in sports. He's involved in music as well as an A&R for Synrgy management. You've seen his brand all over the city and probably nationwide too, as his brand is growing bigger and bigger as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Al Stocker Jr. What's going on, fellas? How we feeling today?
Feeling great. I'm cold, man. It just started snowing today.
Right.
I swear.
Yeah, first snow of the year, man, on Halloween.
It got chilly quick. Like,
yeah,
the sun disappeared.
You know how Michigan weather is, man.
It was over with. Yes, sir.
But yeah, we here in the spotlight, man. And my first question to y'all is: are y'all ready to step in the spotlight?
Always.
Spotlight ain't nothing to me.
Oh, born ready.
Cool. That's what
bro was too. Come on now.
You know, that's what being a superstar is all about. So, y'all ready? We gonna get right into it. I'm gonna start with MicAngelo, and right off the bat, common question for everybody. You just gotta know, how did you come up with the name MicAngelo?
So for me, I always been a funny, goofy dude growing up, man. And I'm an artist. I draw, do graffiti, did graffiti around the city, and I used to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And Turtle MicAngelo, I always could relate to him. We had the same characteristics. He was always just like a outgoing, different person. Like, we stood out from everybody else. Everybody had their own character traits, but ours was just more significant. It's more significant, you know. It was more goofy, more adventurous. You know what I'm saying? Outspoken. So that's kind of where I got the Angelo part from. And also because I started doing music, you know, that's why my name is spelled like MicAngelo, because I'm just speaking my truth into the mic, and being creative behind the mic also comes in with the artist MicAngelo. So, you know, with me and him, we correlate with the artistry, you know, the creativity, the versatility within our art that we give out, no matter if it's like on paper, a painting, the words we speak, you know. So that's kind of the history behind my name.
Okay, cool. And I noticed that you mentioned the correlation between the name and MicAngelo. So, like, when you're performing, or, you know, when people are talking about your music, like, how many times do people confuse and call you MicAngelo?
Man,
Did that bother you at all? Or?
It did at first, but then it didn't at first, but then it started to, because like now you're starting to see my name on these flyers. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at the name, it's spelled MicAngelo. So, like, how's you saying Michael? You You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then sometimes they be saying MicAngelo, and I be having to correct them. But that ain't nothing though, because they starting to get in the right now. So
Yeah, definitely. And um, just from what I've heard from you musically, like it seems that a lot of people now are gravitating towards your music more and more. And
yeah,
for me, when I'm out and I've seen your performances, I've seen how the crowd reacts to you and everything like that.
right.
And it's always like a live type of energy going on when you perform and everything like that. So I can definitely appreciate the type of vibe that you give to the people.
Thank you.
So getting into your music, how did you get started with music? What made you want to get into music?
Well, I mean, I always had a love for music. Since a kid, always been around it. My mom was in the choir. Always play old school around me. So every Saturday, she cleaned the house in the morning. So I always just love how music made me feel and how it sounded. And then also back then, my dad was a DJ. They used to DJ around the city. Either it was for a party, event, DJ battles. He was involved in that. So I don't know. It was just for me. I kind of always had it around me, and it got to a certain point where I felt like my story needed to get out. And I had so much stuff just with life in general, with everything happening around me, growing up, just bottled in. To the point where it's been a lot of times actually where I felt like I was giving up on just life in general. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't really had like nobody to talk to for real. So it got to the point where my cousin Dro, he started to do music. It was him, my friend D-Lo, and my friend D. They started to do music. Around that time I was really getting heavy into graphic design, but right before that I got to a bad car accident. So that stopped me from like going to college, hooping. I got long term injuries that I'm dealing with right now. So once I got back, writing, able to use my hand again, I got real heavy into the graphic design, starting to, make cover arts, logos for different people brands that's out here now, um, business cards, any type of thing that it comes with like being creative. And if somebody needs just like a name for something or just a design for something, I was able to get that to them. So around that time, I was doing the cover art for them, and we started going over D house, and D ended up having a studio, set up in his closet. And like it was just crazy because like he didn't really have a place to put it, but like you had to like basically move all his clothes.
Right.
It'd be like a little opening right here, just enough for like the little dresser he had. He put his laptop on there, mic right beside it. And I was in there, with them when they be freestyling and stuff, playing around or putting something together. And I can't remember it, but it was something so it was dramatic. Like something happened that damn near pushed me to the edge for real. And I kept going to my notes around that time, and I just read my notes. I'm like, put it into a song. So I kind of just went through notes that I had from like the year before then, around the time. If I was putting notes, month to month, day to day, I just collided it all together and put it in one. And my cousin Dro, he always like freestyled down there my whole life. Me and him grew up as rappers, like we were down there blood brothers for real. So once we start getting our cars and start driving and getting our license and stuff, down there every day he throwing the instrumental on, and we just in the car and like I'm playing around. Around that time I can't even freestyle for real, but like he ripping off the dome every time, like this before he even put his stuff on the microphone. He feel me, laid it down in the Pro Tools and whatnot. So that shit, I had showed him what I had in my notes, and he had a reaction like, "Damn, that shit hard. Like, what the fuck?" He was confused because he was like, "Bro, this actually good." So I'm like, type shit. You feel me? So I go over there. I'm almost done with the cover art for their little project they was doing, but I was almost done. We all about to leave. Before we left, Dro turned around like, "Oh yeah, Mike, show them what you had put in the notes." I'm like, "Bro, why the hell you just put me on the spot like that?" So I'm like, "Well, I ain't just gonna sit here and rap it to y'all. You feel me? Just throw the beat on." in the computer. So that's when I locked in the studio in the closet. And I couldn't even let them watch me rap. I had to close the door, close myself in. I'm like, how I punch myself out, how I put myself in. And they taught me. So I put down like the first 4 bars, and I'm hearing them screaming in the background. My cousin Joe like, nigga, I told you. You feel me? Like, he like that. So I'm like, okay, well, I got a reaction out of these three. You feel me? They actually sound, they say it sound good. So I just kept going. And like, one thing about me, anything that I start to do or like I got my heart or mind on or driven to, it's like I'm really consistent with it. It's like it become a habit. So every day I started to get in the studio a lot more and started getting my notes a lot more, actually starting to look for like beats or finding somebody who make beats. So once that happened, Joe started to work a little bit more. Around that time, he had just had his son, and my cousin D-Lo, my man D-Lo, he started to work a lot more. So really, it was just me and D taking it serious. So we talk about long nights. We stayed up 3 days in a row, just putting so many tracks down. Just trying to. He around that time he learned how to engineer. So me and him, we started doing the same thing or different things in the same area. Like at the same time, we both had started at the bottom type shit. So over time, I just started to get better. Then different basketball, I already had the confidence of being around a large crowd. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna start hitting up the DJ. You feel me? These promoters. Let's see if I can get booked at these shows that they be having. And since then, it's been on.
That is definitely dope. Just hearing that story, just how the determination that you had once you got through into that position,
Yeah,
you had to make your presence felt right then and there, and then for it to resonate with the people that were around you, your peers and everything like that. That speaks volumes, and which you already have in the confidence that
definitely.
you have. That was definitely like a sign that music was
Right.
the place
Like
that you needed.
once I showed my pops, he called me instantly. He like, I honestly don't know why I didn't have you in my pocket. You feel me? When I was in the music scene, because like he grew up with John Connor. They was best friends. John Connor was always at my granddad's house. So with him and like the Dave family, they always connected with him. Cause my dad used to either DJ or he had set up the events. He had set up the stages, the lights. You feel me? Have everything ready for him. So it's like he also seen how driven I was with basketball around that time. Like that was my only outlet for real. If it wasn't that, then I had to figure out something else to do. But just so I want to say 2018, 2019, everything was kind of casual, and then 2020, everything went to shit. You feel me? Like getting cheated on while I'm in bed rest, like right after the accident. You know what I'm saying? I can't move a muscle for 3 months. So that hit me. And like when I invest my heart into something, like I'm really invested. You feel me? So once you cross that line, that shit really be hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm starting to learn my limit of how much I give out and to see like how much I get back. Because it's like it's to the point where shit, I've been 10 years, 17 years plus with motherfuckers, and then they either give up on me, slowly fade away, and it's like I've been your biggest supporter. You feel me here and there for damn near so long. It's like now that I'm finally doing something for myself, you ain't behind me supporting me. You feel me? So I took a fall with that, and like that's what kind of filled that fire. Like I'm gonna show you niggas. Come on now. You feel me? Like y'all gonna respect my craft. Y'all gonna respect the things I do. I'm putting my face in the important loans I'm supposed to be in by my loan. You feel me? I might reach out, but at the same time I'm walking in everything by myself with my girl. But since me and him, you feel me? We had a long term relationship since kids. Yeah. I'm on the music scene. He told me that he was taking this serious. I'm like, bet I'm your artist, or you my A&R. Come on, now. You gonna help me get to where I need to be. I'm gonna help you get to where you need to be. You feel me? Like, and he been investing in me so much, and like it's a difference when you can show that you investing in somebody, but you're not making it happen, or you not doing what you say. Your actions not following you feel me, what you put down. But like with him, his actions is following everything he said, or everything. Like if I need him to do something, if I need to connect with a person that I feel like is important and will benefit the both of us, that we could build a relationship with, you feel me, vice versa. he doing that. So it's like, nah, so we just really focus on elevating.
Yeah.
Wherever level I'm at now, we focus on getting on the next level.
I feel that. And I'm glad that you brought that up at the end, because I was going to transition into my next question. And Al, I want to bring you in for this one. So, talk to me about this collaboration and how it all came about. Like, you just briefly spoke.
Oh yeah.
Just talk to me about the collaboration between you two, and then what exactly are you guys trying to achieve musically and business wise as well.
Well, first off, Brandon, I want to thank you for having us. I'm a real big fan of what you do, man. But 100%. Come on, now. Don't nobody do it like you do it, bro. You gotta give your flowers while you can smell them.
Thank you.
I hope they actually watching, the steps you're taking and what you're actually doing, because you're doing it in the right way. So keep showing up, keep being an example. Keep being an example. But to answer your question, first off, Mike, I call him Mike. The masses gonna call him MicAngelo. This my brother. Like, I'm gonna keep it so funky. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, dating back to like 2000, Mike, I want to say 2013. I think I met you 2013. No, I met you earlier in that. Actually, I met you in like 09.
What's 8th grade? 13.
Me and Mike.
So probably like 5th, 6th grade.
Yeah, we played ball. Like, we was both like young prospects around the city, just talented. I met Mike 2009. A good friend of mine at the time. His name Daquan, but the hood called him Josh. You know what I'm saying? He got brothers. They stayed down the street. We used to go up to Mount Olive and play ball.
Big as some dirt. Okay.
Yeah.
You going back?
Back to 09, like, Mike.
Shout out Josh.
Shout out the Youngs. You know what I'm saying? Shout out the Young family, my people.
Facts.
But yeah, back in 09, man, Mike used to play ball. He used to run Mount Olive, and I run like 12 through 16. And I was just young and I was nice. And I'm like, who is this dude? Like, I can't take the ball from him. I played real good defense. Like, I was just solid. I'm like, he's solid. So he had my respect off the rip. And then I didn't see Mike like another 5 years. And playing ball. I'm gonna keep it brief, but like I seen Mike playing ball, and then from then on, like 2016, Mike went off to college. I stayed home. But we just always had a great relationship, mutual respect. Like, I was lifting weights, I was into fitness. Mike was in the gym, and he was a dude that could challenge me. And weren't too many people that could really challenge me. But Mike could. I'm doing pull-ups, he doing one-arm pull-ups. I'm like, yeah, like it's just always been that from the jump.
My wrist so messed up.
Oh, man, highly accountable, you know what I'm saying? Then when you go off to college, like, I didn't make it in many games, but I was just always like in his corner, like, bro, like, don't give up on me, like, because I want to see him do it. Because me myself, I put basketball down actually to transition into music, going into my 10th grade year of high school. So it was just like I would get back into it, but it just wasn't the same. So just having a brother that believed in me and always held me higher and gave me a great energy in the world. That's somebody I just always wanted to see win. And I just find it crazy. Like, every space I find myself in, Mike could be in. But like he said, he's graphic designer, from clothes to art to hoop to music.
It seems like it all just together.
Yeah, definitely did. So universal. Like, shout out to the universe too. You know, that Synrgy is what we doing. But man, really. So yeah, I was making clothes. I had a brand. I just started my brand 2019, 2020, like fall of the year, September 2019. Mike started doing graphics slowly after. So I'm tapping in with Mike. Mike just came home from playing ball. I'm tapping in with Mike. Then a business partner of mine, D'Anthony Lemon. Shout out Black Tears Clothing. Shout out to Black Tears. He was working with Mike. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, Mike doing his thing. So fast forward to these days, Mike in the music scene. I was breaking off in the A&R, and Mike probably dropped a project, I want to say a month or two before I became an A&R officially. So like,
that was You'll Be Okay or Southside Picasso.
I want to say You'll Be Okay.
Yeah, that was the second project.
Yeah. So then that came around, and Mike just sending me music, and a lot of people, seeing your music, and if you the homie, you the bro, whatever the case, whatever your relationship is, they just gonna be like, oh, this hard, bro, or whoopty whoop, and they don't really like help you develop, help you necessarily hone and present a product. You know what I'm saying? It's just more so a heart and a share. But with me, it's like, nah, bro. Me, I'm musically inclined as well, so it's like I'm like, nah, bro. This cadence or this pitch, and Mike could just go to the drum board. Mike dope, so it's like sometimes it's just like it just all worked out. Like it's just different. Like me and Mike, we just rock different. Like this a dude like got like that's a dude I know got my back, and my front, and like and vice versa. So in business, it's just our minds think alike so much. It's like when we talk, it don't gotta be about business, but we always could either connect or relate. And it's like sometimes I might be saying the things that he either about to say or was thinking, and be vice versa the same way. Like once we notice that, it's like okay, so our maturity is at a different level now from when we was kids. So now it's like we both been trying to stand on business. You know what I'm saying? And whatever we got on the drawing board, we're trying to execute. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? 100%. So yeah. So just more. It was more so just just the background foundation we have, foundation we got. Or shoot, we just locking in. I'm like, it's perfect. I wanna be involved with what he got going on because I really know him. I really feel like I can help him, and like vice versa. Mike, he ain't gonna never stick around. We agree on a lot, but when we disagree, it's never no. Because it's Mike. This Mike telling me this, so it's just that kind of thing where it's like just brothers just trying to elevate. So when they tie in with the music, it's just like I got connections as well as bro. So anything that I feel like can help his process, help him develop, help him elevate, help him cultivate something. I'm pitching it to him. I'm bringing it over like, bro, we got this. We here it is, So it's like, it's that kind of thing, man. He got my best interest, I got his. So it's just like we building, we connecting, and we taking those steps as a unit, getting it done.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to hear that there's synergy between like an artist and management, so to speak. I don't want to call it management, but we can call it that just for conversational speak. But just to see the relationship that you guys have built over the years, it makes everything more seamless, makes everything easier.
Much more cohesive.
You guys get into those spaces, music-wise, business-wise as well, and it just makes the transition as you guys elevate that much better because you're doing it with the people that you came up with, and that's definitely dope to see.
It's so rare.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. So I ain't gonna say we doing something that's never been done, but something you don't see quite often. So like that degree of difficulty in itself is just something special and just something different to me. Yeah.
So with you guys taking those steps musically, Mike, I want to turn it back to you real quick. We mentioned earlier that you released the EP called Watch Me Grow, aka Big Breeze Volume 1.
Yes, sir.
That one was 4 tracks, I believe.
Yeah. And
just kind of talk to me about that EP and what was the thought process into developing that EP, and what did you want to take from that and give to the audience as an artist?
It was more so I dropped the EP just off of the strategic things that I got written down and how I want to go about releasing. But the project called Watch Me Grow because everybody in the city probably know me as Bubba. So they know the goofy young dude, outgoing dude, either getting in trouble or trying to stay out of it for real. But it's also like the music I put out in 2021. I think that's when I dropped my first project, Southside Picasso. It's like the people I had around me, they more so wasn't supporting me. They wasn't, giving me that lift by either, helping me get my music out there or anything of that nature. Some of them was, but it wasn't as consistent as how I will be or how I have been towards them. You know what I'm saying? And not only with them, but just people around me. You know, some of them I was getting more love from the venues and like people I might catch out the stove and they kind of recognize who I am from my inner circle.
Right.
And like I said, when my heart invested into somebody or something, you feel me, and some dramatic or bad happened on your end, it's like that killed my inside for real.
Yeah.
And I'm really a big hearted, loving person for real. So I don't like it when I get taken advantage of, or I give out too much respect to where I shouldn't be disrespected. So I had to break off from a lot of people, and since then, it's like I had a lot more focus on myself to where I could focus on my craft a lot more. And honestly, the music I was giving out was great. Hey, you feel me? But now it's like you gonna see the growth between this and MicAngelo now. Like he a different animal right now.
So you gonna see that plus?
Yeah, you feel me? Like this top shelf. This ain't nothing to play with. So when watching me grow, it was just really just me spilling feelings. Just anything that I had bottled up, I'm letting out. I did put like a little club groove song on there called "Oh Yeah," but the other songs was more so, I made a song called "Floating" about the connection that me and my girl got now. We just rekindled after 7 years. You feel me? So it was spilling feelings and sort of relationship love type, but also the ones that let me down when y'all ain't need to, y'all gonna feel me. You feel me? And you gonna see me everywhere. Y'all gotta see me everywhere now. After I had my show at the A10 there, everybody there is over 1,200 people there.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Anybody that you feel me didn't have their best interest in me, they was there. They had to see that. So it's like I'm making you feel everything that you just put me through type shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? You ain't expect me to be here. So
I'm here.
Yeah, that was kind of the vibe I was getting when I was listening to it. It was like you were telling your story about how you're growing, and which relates to the title of it, is how you're growing out of the situation that you were in, and you're elevating to a new space. And there's going to be people that say stuff along the way, but either way, they still got to watch you and listen.
They got to.
Because if they're making those type of statements and comments, that mean they're paying attention to you in some capacity, right?
Yeah.
So I think that was a dope project, and for me to sit there and listen to it and feel every song and feel where you were coming from, that definitely speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Well.
And also, I just wanted to speak on some topics that I feel like a lot of people can relate to, especially like the ones who do got their best interest in me and how I got their best interest in them. I'm still watching, the people that they surround themselves with, or they situations they going through, and it's like, if I could put this in their ear, maybe it could, save them. Maybe it could either allow them to have a different perspective on something, or a certain situation. So it was just, quick 4 songs that gives the audience an idea and letting them know that I can relate to them. I'm here with them. Anybody that supported me, I'm supporting them. Anybody that love me, I love them. But cross me, yeah.
Gotcha. So we've got that EP out right now, and then just last week you mentioned on social media that Volume 2 is in production or in the works and things like that.
Yes,
so where are we at right now in terms of Volume 2? Is it on the way out? Can we expect a date? What can we expect from Volume 2 musically?
Right now, project that's coming out next is part of the Grease Pack. Grease Pack Volume 2 is called Product of the Bottoms. And they should be they already see that I'm a very versatile individual. I'm very creative. I'm very out of the ordinary. So you can't really expect what comes from it. It's always kind of like a surprise, because then again, I kind of follow my sound. But at the same time, I've noticed that I'm able to get on any type of vibe, whether it's R&B, whether it's pop, rock, hip hop, Flint song, Detroit song, any type of song I can get on with my own type of way, my own type of creativity on there. So right now, I'm just in the process of adding, eliminating songs, either depending on if I want to keep them at between 4 and 6. Because right now, my main focus is kind of dropping EPs, but also getting tracks out, singles in between of the release dates. So it could be 4 songs, it could be 8, could be a 10-song project. Right now, I'm just in the process of elimination, trying to figure out what sound good, what transitions are better between 2 songs and the other songs. That's kind of where I'm at right now with it. But it should be coming out, I want to say, by January. It might come out earlier than that, too. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know what I'm going to do. I don't really like to show them my next move or let them know what my next move is.
Can't show your hand.
Right. Keep everybody anticipating.
Yeah, like I still drop snippets, I'm still dropping different promos that's surrounding the project. But, right now I'm just gathering all the information I need, all the tools, and it's going to be a project y'all ain't going to want to miss out on.
Definitely not.
Okay.
It's real. It's going to be different.
So yeah, y'all make sure y'all are on the lookout for that one coming out. Big Grease Volume 2, part of the Grease Pack product of the Bottoms. That's going to be coming soon, so make sure y'all are on the lookout for that. And we're going to keep it rolling on music tip. I want to swing it back to Al real quick. From an A&R mindset, when you see that Mike's putting out projects and putting out music and everything like that, in your mind, what are you thinking when it comes to helping him grow as an artist? Like, what is your mindset that allows you to be in a position to help him become a better artist?
We talk about this every day.
All the time. That's why it's so funny that Brandon asking me, because this is all I preach. This is all we talk about. But really, to answer your question, Brandon, is my biggest thing is about adding value, helping create value. Like Mike said, versatility. We one the same. I'm a passionate person. I'm compassionate. I'm just like, bro. Like, when my heart is invested, when I'm all in, I'm 100%. I'm 1,000%. Like, I need you with me. So when it comes to artists like Mike, that I know locked in with me, it's like, okay, what can I do? Like an A&R, it's more so, if Mike need a video shot or whatever, and he may or may not have somebody in mind, it's that kind of thing. Or it's, if I'm hearing something, or I got a beat, or I hear a song and I'm like, bro, I think you should shoot the video to this. So I might take 2 songs off a project, and I'll be like, bro, I think you should shoot the video for these. Or it's a whole marketing. It's different. I just think all around, it's just about versatility with me. I got a great ear. I was a dude in school, like, when people was on that pit for live mixtapes and LimeWire, burning CDs. I'm not even burning CDs. I'm on the hip hop blogs. Oh yeah. When so and so just dropped 2-3 days ago, 13 hours ago. Right. Before the song on the radio, I know the song 2 days in. So I really love music. So my biggest thing is, like, when I got an opportunity to work with someone that's just not someone I like to work with, and it's one of the bros, I'm really invested. So it's just like, when he coming to me, seeing his vision out. Okay, this is what you want to do? All right. Let me see who fits this picture, who I can bring in, who I can introduce bro to, you know what I mean? That kind of thing, where we can touch bases, as far as the sound go, like, okay, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, in A&R is really different, because it's not so much like you're not the one that's necessarily going in there and creating, but as an A&R, you are like a tastemaker. And always been that kind of guy, you know. I was the dude, everybody, when I put it on, they want to wear what I'm wearing. You know, when I start using certain slang, I hear everybody else start saying it. If I start using a certain emoji, everybody else put in their pictures with their captions and stuff like that, you know. And then like and being an A&R, you gotta have great relationships. You know, relationships is everything in the business. You know that's the real wealth. You know, if I'm say I was a CEO of Microsoft and I got fired, but Mike was the intern, and I was always good by Mike, and say Mike move on and he become CEO somewhere, and there's opportunity for me based off that relationship. So I keep that in mind. So I don't take this thing for granted. Like Mike offers me opportunity. You know, he didn't have to tell me, Al. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to come to me and be like, Al, yo, you know, man, art is that, you know. So it's just about just being 1,000% locked in, helping people see out the vision, creating a vision, you know, being creative, being innovative, improvising. The dude that we want to shoot a video might not want to shoot it, or he might be playing, you know. So we might have to find somebody else. So that's the biggest thing, you know, just adding value, being passionate about what you do, treating it like not like a job, but treating it like this is something you can see yourself doing long term and really getting great results from it. So hope that answered your question.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I see the basis of what you guys are working towards and everything like that. And I'm glad that you mentioned creating a vision and creating value where you see it in another person. And in speaking of creating value and creating a vision, what exactly is your vision as an artist? What are some of the goals that you hope to achieve as a music artist?
I'm always focused on, you know, getting better, you know, just with myself and with my craft day by day. So it's either I'm studying the game, learning how to mix my own music, learning how to shoot my own videos. So I shot right along. I just had a couple people, you know, take my phone around and record, and I put the editors together. So it's really just figuring out what aspect of me I could elevate in. Either it's changing my habits, changing my sleep schedule, you know, setting a challenge for me within the month. You know, I like to set a lot of short-term goals for myself and break them off each like one by one. Because once I see I'm at that end goal, I done got to my long-term goal between these short-term goals. So it's like I did my part. Now I got to set me another set and see what else I can achieve and what I need to do to get there. And also just building, you know, relationships and networking. I'm big on that. You know, I like to be familiar with who I'm working with, who I'm talking to on a regular basis, how I can benefit them and how they can benefit me as well. I don't always like for it to be like a one-way street to where, for instance, he just doing everything for me. I'm just sitting back and let everything happen. It's like I gotta do my part too. You feel me? If I feel like I'm in a room that he's supposed to be in, that's gonna potentially get him somewhere, yeah, I'm calling it. You know, or he's already with me. So I think they come and they say we got 10 minutes. Yeah.
So, just moving forward, me as a brand new fan, I want you guys, in your own words, to just kind of tell me why should me as a music fan or as the people in general listen to MicAngelo?
I'll give you my answer. As a fan of my brother, Mike, he authentic. He well thought out. You know, everybody like to throw around that term real, but Mike is real in himself. He's not gonna show a version of you that's just not. You know what I'm saying? He that kind of guy, you know. So with me, I'm all about substance when I hear artists, you know. Things they come and they go. But like I see longevity in the art as an A&R, as a consumer, I see longevity in the guys that are truly themselves because they can navigate in any space. The late great Nipsey Hussle, he did an interview one time, and they asked him, and he gave him a question. He said, like, the homie told me he was a rap star, and he like, no, bro, don't call me that. You know what I'm saying? I can't get lost in that. So Mike is the dude that's just true to himself, you know, different layers, very versatile. So that's really what made me a real big fan and supporter, and you know, as far as his music goes, his art, just art. Then he's just so artistic. He always been creative since we was kids, like, and just he's grown to be more creative. Just continue to impress me. So it's like, wow, how could I not be a fan of that? Like he say, like, and that's the dude that's always supported me. So it's like, I gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you grow with an artist. So I mean, it's just that thing. He's an artist you can grow with. You're not just a dude like 3 years from now, he gonna be rapping the same. He might sound way different. He might sound way different in months. Like he's always like developing and advancing his bag. So it's like, how could you not listen to him? You know?
And he said, well, I was thinking I'd rather hear from him so I don't sound arrogant.
Yeah, it's all good.
That's what we're here for.
Appreciate you, my baby. Come on now.
That's what it's all about. In the spotlight, we here. You feel that way. You gotta let people know.
Did his answer make you more of a fan?
Me personally, I was already a big fan when I first heard you.
Appreciate it.
But if I was like a brand new fan and I was listening to what he said, definitely, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check him out. And I'm gonna definitely tune into his music for sure.
Appreciate that.
So, we're getting close to the end here. So, I just want you guys. Well, first, I want to say thank you guys for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for
It
having me.
means a lot to have y'all on this show. Just to see you guys working consistently, working hard, working diligently, day in and day out.
Yes, sir.
It's dope to see. Definitely in the community that we're in, and in the city of Flint as well. It's just amazing when people can come together, work together, and see a vision, create a plan, create a goal, then execute that plan as well.
Yes, sir.
I love seeing that. And anytime I'm out and like I see y'all, I know what's coming with y'all. I know something is coming with y'all.
For sure.
And I just be prepared for it, be anticipating it as well.
That's dope.
Every time it's dope. And so I just want to say thank y'all.
That's major, Brandon. That's major, bro.
Be on the lookout, man.
Yeah.
Product of the bottom. Breeze Part 2, Southside.
Talking big grease. Come on now.
Already.
Remember, always shop AM to PM. Want to give a huge thanks for the people at Synrgy Management for the opportunity. We're going to keep pushing this thing forward, advance the culture.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. And before we wrap this up, I want y'all to drop y'all social media and where they can find everything that y'all got going on. Hit them with everything.
All right. Well, you can find me on Facebook at MicAngelo Xavier. You can find me on IG, Twitter at MicAngelo6. And you can find all my music on all platforms. MicAngelo.
Come on,
Southside.
Come on, now. Me, you'll find me on the book at Al Stocker Jr. That's a stalker, like a stalker at a grocery store. IG and Twitter is one of one. ONEOF_WON. That's one as in victory. And yeah, man. Northside, baby. Come on. There's Northside, Southside. You can't match. They can't match this. It's different.
Tapping in on both ends.
Oh no, it's universal though, man. We thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. That's the city coming together for y'all. And I'm gonna shake y'all hand. I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in to this episode. I know y'all ain't see my face like y'all usually do, but it's still the Superstar Spotlight. I got MicAngelo with me. I got Al Stocker Jr. with me. I just want to say thank you to you guys for coming on to the show once again. I want to say thank y'all to tuning in to this episode. You can find this one and each and every episode on my YouTube under Brandon Houston. You can also follow me on Facebook under Brandon Houston as well for the full episodes. You can get highlights and clips on my Instagram and my TikTok under Brandon Up Next 810. So make sure y'all tune in to all that social media wise. And yeah, just keep supporting us because you see what we're doing in the culture and in the city and in the community as a whole. So yeah, make sure y'all keep tuning in. Make sure y'all keep supporting. Make sure y'all shop Guilty Rich as well.
Come on.
Go to guilty.rich on Instagram. Tap in with the merchandise of our official sponsor. So for me, your favorite actor, and for everybody in the city of Flint, And Mr. AM and PM. Big Grease in the building as well.
Yes, sir.
I'll see y'all in the next episode. We out of here, y'all.
Grease.
Big Grease.
Now you could call because the grotto chops, I'm bringing all the smoke. I see some shit you never seen before, no shit you never know. My nigga can't prepare, he got his mask down with his hoodie on. The Swift is in the room, the root, MicAngelo, that Coleon. The custom text my phone and said it's strong, oh yeah, they need some more.